I'm Turk Strongman at the Ron Q. Ramatraka. Thank you for selecting this. I believe it's the 5th video in a series now on higher order thinking. Before I continue, subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell feature, like this video, give it a thumb up, share the joy of the channel with others, and comment courteously below. Now, so far, we've been talking about some rather basic, fundamental, elementary primitives of language and symbols and how they refer. What we've been doing is, talking about, rational use of language, language that actually refers to real things, and whether it does so accurately, in other words, truthfully. That's low order thinking, though. The door stands open. That manner of referring is low order. It's quite direct. There's nothing complicated about it. That's very simple referring. The door, that's a thing, stands open. That's something about the thing. Straightforward. Okay. All you have to do is understand the symbols involved and the things in the world, things like doors and whether they're open or closed. That's about it. That's all that's involved, really. So let's now go to something higher order, which will have to do with manner of referring. We set that forth. Well, so now we come to metaphors. In language, a metaphor refers to something, but it does so as it refers to something as being something other than what it actually is. Now, we might right offhand say, well, that's not accurate. That's not accurate referring. You're right. But, in the case of metaphor, it does have meaning for us. And it can be quite truthful, but we have to figure out how. Thou, that gets into some high order thinking. And it's a high order use of language. A metaphor refers. It's rational. How it refers and what it refers to gets a bit trickier. It calls one thing another thing, such as what happens in the sentence, sex is war. That's a quite simple statement. Sex is war. It's something about something. But it's calling one thing another thing. That's the about it. It's saying this thing. What about it? Well, it's this other thing. Well, it's not. But yet, there must be something about it that makes that work. And that's what we have to figure out. That's why it gets a bit tricky. There was a way to figure that out. It involves some high order thinking. Why? Because the manner of referring here is of a high order nature. The sentence literally, sex is war, literally proposes that real sex is real war. That's what's being said about it. But of course, in reality, those two things are not the same thing. So as I said, as it stands right now, if we're to take it as a low order statement, as low order referring, sex is war is untrue. But it's not low order. As a metaphor, it's not low order. It's high order. As a metaphor, the sentence has truthful meaning for us. So do you see, to get to the truth, we have to jump into high order thinking. We have to figure out that meaning for ourselves. The sentence urges us to determine some actual fact or facts about sex, which we're saying is war, and about war really are identical with each other. I mean, where's that notion of identical with each other from? The word is. In sex is war. So what we're being urged to do here, as soon as we encounter that, and we recognize, oh, that's the simple form of a metaphor, which is a high-order way of referring. I mean, that's the easy way to identify a metaphor. If the word is in there, and it's saying something that's, like at face value, on low order, according to low order referring criteria, it's an untrue statement. But we recognize, oh, this is a metaphor. The word is right there. This is that, but it's not that. I have to jump to high order thinking to figure out how it is true. It urges us to determine some actual fact or set of facts about sex that really are identical with some actual fact or facts about war. Such facts about sex and war then turn out to be what the words sex and war actually refer to here. Such facts about sex and war then turn out to be what the words sex and war are actually referring to. So that sex is war is then true. When interpreting the sentence in that sense, its true meaning and implications come to light. And those implications of that are where we come into why high order thinking and high order use of language in our thinking, right, which is part of the thinking, come into play. Their importance to us. Why they serve us in ways that low order thinking, low order use of language do not do. When interpreting the sentence, sex and war, in this sense, its true meaning and implications come to light. Implications? Well, we had to come up with some facts about sex and war that really are identical with each other. And then those facts turn out to be what really is being referred to by the sex and the word war. In sex is war. So it's not like what we really thought in the first place when we only applied or took it to be low order. That level at which we say, well, sex is not war. They're not the same thing. But if we single out the facts about sex and the facts about war that really are identical with each other, and we plug them into where we say sex and where we say war, then we see that the word is between them works. All right. High order thinking. Like the video? Thumb up. Share the joy of the channel with others. Give it a thumb up. That'll help. Comment courteously below. Subscribe to the channel. Activate the notification bell feature. The channel. Saranki Ramacharaka. At which I'm Term Strongman. See you in the next video.